15-minute kick in the ass. This one is about
Starting over.
starting over.
What?
Starting over. Okay, and it's what is it now? It's what about starting over?
So, sometimes you're on a really good roll and everything's going great. You're seeing all this progress. You lose a bunch of weight. You're where you want to be.
Wait, do you want me to start the clock now, or I'll start the clock now? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Starting over.
You met your first goal. You feel good. You've gotten on a really good roll, and then something happens. Maybe you lose your job. Maybe something happens at home. Maybe you some tragedy. Somebody passes away, or your schedule changes, or your kid starts a new sport, and now you're all jacked up with your routines. And then you stop, and then before you know it, you're starting to gain all the weight back, and you've got to find a way to start again.
All right.
But it's hard to do that now because now your routines are off, everything is off, and that good role that you felt like you had and that drive that you had a few weeks ago, a few months ago is gone.
Okay, this one has got to be. Is there an animal type on this,
That
or
was
no?
let's go Wolverine first.
Okay, if you're a fucking Wolverine, you're not stopping.
That's true. I had
So
that
if you're
thought myself.
stopping, motherfucker, you ain't a Wolverine. That's number one. Next.
Okay, honey badger.
Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Let's. Okay. You know what? You want to go there? Let's go there. If you're a Wolverine, I'll fix it. Watch this. If you're a Wolverine and you stop, that means whatever stopped you is such a big fucking deal that it actually caused you to pump the brakes and slow down whatever you were doing. So it must have been a big fucking deal.
Mhm.
Okay. Important, life changing, like total train wreck, but of some level of threat and risk.
Mhm.
It's not going to be because you got distracted.
Mhm.
That's some dolphin shit. That's some honey badger shit. Okay. If you're a honey badger and you get stopped with something, it's because you chose that to be more important. It wasn't because it was a threat. You just got fucking bored.
Yes.
Okay. If you're a dolphin, you probably are stopping because you may think there's a better option that or a better or smarter option for you, whether it be financial or communal, that you think you're going to be better off at, and you're finding comfort, birds of a feather, kind of deal.
Right.
Right? If you're a fucking dolphin and that's you, and everybody starts jumping off the fucking bridge, are you going to jump off too, dumbass? No, you're not. So rethink your perspective. Right?
Yes.
If you're a honey badger, nobody can tell you shit. So we'll just wait until you decide that you've gotten too fucking fat and you hate yourself enough that you truly do want to start over. Fine, right? If you're a Wolverine and threat, this thing happened to you, and you needed to stop what you were doing. If you're a Wolverine, to me, you're not starting over. You just paused. You could pick up where you left off
Yes.
because nothing's changed in your melon, right?
Nope, you just have to deal with whatever it is
Right.
that's in front of you.
Because the drive never changed.
Right.
That what was internal was already there.
Mhm.
If you're a honey badger, you're gonna fucking choose what you want, when you want, how you want.
Well,
That's you.
and the honey badger too, if you're feeling like you need to start over, it's because you've probably found some reason that you think is good enough to quit. You've convinced yourself, you've done all the things that you need to do to twist it in such a way that it makes sense to you.
Yeah,
So now you have to untwist it and make it unmake sense. If it's a schedule thing, well, okay, well,
yeah.
figure out your schedule then. Like that's not that you could figure out your schedule for a million things. You change it all the time for doctor's appointments and events and whatever else you have going on.
Those are emotional decisions that you try
Exactly.
to justify with logic.
Yes.
But when you're a stubborn motherfucker piece of shit, your logic is a fucking skew. You don't understand what you're doing.
Right, so you have to learn to.
Yeah, you have to design the if you're a honey badger, you gotta design the long game and be stubborn about that.
Yes. Be stubborn about where you wanna go.
And then you're gonna have to have the fucking thick enough skin to fend off the people who are detracting.
Yes.
And to me, whatever the reason is, no matter what animal you are, all right, if you're stopping and there's a detractor component, like a somebody who's talking shit or something happened or whatever, there's somebody who hopefully everyone has a somebody they can just kind of like, hey, what do you think? Go to or whatever.
Mhm.
Right. And if that person is giving you advice, but that person ain't where you want to be, they're not giving you advice. They're giving you
And a
their opinion.
Yep.
And opinion is like an asshole. Everybody's got one, right?
Yes.
So that you have to decide that could be a moment for you. And yes, I've seen people change their animal type.
Mhm.
Life-changing things happen. I know people who were fuck a dolphin. They were out there just like little what's a baby deer?
Minnows,
No, what's a baby deer? A
a
fawn?
fawn,
What's a doe?
that's a female deer.
But a
That's
baby
the mom deer.
but an adult? So a fawn.
Fawn.
Fawn. I've seen little fawns,
So
right?
cute.
Yeah, that just turn into straight like grizzly bears. Woman scorn type shit. Yeah, I've seen it. Oh yeah. Oh
What do
yeah.
you mean you've seen it? When did you see that?
Do you not watch Maury Povich?
I did
Fuck out of
I
here.
have watched that show.
No, I mean, for all of the stereotypes, there's a reason why there's a saying, "A woman scorned" and all that shit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You must not ever see a fucking man. Fuck out of here. You know? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anyway, so to me, the question is, are you if you're is starting over the same as pausing? Are you picking up where you left off or are you quitting?
Ugh.
Are you starting over as in starting from scratch or starting from experience? Because if you're first of all, if you started some shit at one point, okay, and I'm not saying the stoppage, the pause was I was a fit motherfucker in high school. We were all fit in fucking high school, maybe for the most part. Well, maybe you
I wasn't.
fucking you asshole. Fuck up my analogy. Okay, we were all fit and relatively more healthy when we were younger.
Yes.
That's a huge assumption. Go fuck yourself. That's what I'm running with. Okay, we're all younger. Ain't nobody nobody's back fucking hurt to cut the grass when you were young. Fuck out of
Yes.
here, right? So we were younger, healthier, stronger, whatever it is. Okay, and then if you didn't touch a fucking weight the entire life until you got older, like that's not starting over. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not starting over. You've changed. It's a whole nother phase, right?
Yes.
What we're talking about, quote unquote, starting over is I'm at a gym, I'm doing a class, I'm seeing a trainer, and da 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 da. And then
Boom.
boom, something happens and you stop. Cool. Is the stop a pause? Is the stop termination?
Ooh,
Is the stop a shift? Let's identify
stop.
why we're no longer moving forward and
Mhm.
then label it from there.
Yeah, that's good.
Then go back and see the first episode we just did, the 15-minute kick in the ass about motivation, inspiration, and then ask yourself, okay, I've identified that I'm no longer moving forward. Why is that? Okay, what's needed to restart? What is
Yeah.
needed to keep moving forward?
Yeah, and
Right?
maybe that's something internal. Maybe that's, you know, unwinding your twisted belief of why you thought it was okay to quit in the first place, but you have to find the source of that before you can fix it.
And if there's, I don't want to be insensitive, but if there was something that, you know, serious that happened, death in the family, or that's too much. I mean, everybody can understand that. If you're
Right.
emotionally not there, you're not there. So
Yeah.
I think that goes without saying,
Yes.
right? But okay. So moving still. Fuck shit for like ever it seems from Illinois. Fuck this place to Oklahoma. Okay, fuck out of here. I haven't. The only thing I've been fucking lifting is the stress off my shoulders and moving boxes and bills and just yeah. So have I exercised? Have I done no, I fucking haven't. Have I stopped? No, I've paused.
Mhm.
But I've paused with an intent because I knew it was coming. And I knew that when I knew what not to do
Mhm.
and I knew what I could do to at least hold my ground.
Yes.
Because when the time comes that I can actually go back and break my fucking size 12 all up in your ass, I'm gonna get at the shit. Right.
Uh-huh.
So if there's a life change, you change a job, you got divorced, you know, whatever it is, where your logical is paused, your emotional is fueling that, and you can no longer move forward. Dissect what that is. Identify the issue. What is causing it? and go from there. What?
No, I think you're right. I think that's gonna go right into the one that we've got coming up about turning some of that stuff into fuel, like using that, finding a way to
It,
flip it.
I mean, if you do, and if it's like I'm just, clients in the past have said, I'm so tired of, I'm so tired of starting over. I'm so tired of starting over. So tired of starting over. Starting, motherfucker. Then stop
Just
stopping.
stop starting over.
Fuck, fuck, fuck. Stop
Yeah.
stopping.
Yeah,
Right.
learn the triggers that are putting you there in the first place and anticipate them
A-
and squash them.
And the irony is, or the truth is, if you keep stopping, either A, you don't really want it in the first place, or B, you don't even know what it is you want.
Mhm. Or why you want it.
And that's it. Like that's it's really that simple. And if you're saying, "No, I just want to be thinner." Like, fuck out of here. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that? What?
Yeah, I mean,
No, no, because that goes to what Sarah said about why you want it. Because like, hey, if you want to fucking lose weight, go fucking chop your leg off. Go start throwing up your fucking food. Go drink water. Do the fast. Go hop in that nutsack pill. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here.
yeah,
Okay, right? That no.
when your alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning, with the thing that's gonna get you out of the bed is not, "I wanna be thin." You'd be like, "I wanna sleep."
The thing is, I tell you what, but yeah, but okay. So to be inspired, and you know that that's your habit. Every time I've been doing a workout, I got to get up early because that's the job. That always fucks me because I can't ever do it in the morning. And nighttime, I'm just too tired. And there's
Yep.
always a proof of routine. I get it, right? But when you do set your alarm for 4:30, let's just say, and change the times for your own scenarios,
Yes.
mind you, right? I would say, you know what? Set your alarm for 3:45. Give yourself a 5-minute snooze, get that out the way. That's like scratching the itch. And if you procrastinator like me, you know what that shit feels like, right? Set it for 3:45. Give yourself a 5-minute uh, snooze. You'll feel like you got it out the way, right? Look, but don't touch kind of deal. You just got that little white lie out the way. Cool, right? And then think about, fuck me, I'm tired as hell. Okay, cool. Then you fix that by going to bed earlier. Da, 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 all right? Eating better before bed, right? And then when the moment comes where you really could put that one fucking foot on the ground or roll your ass over and start snuggling your snuggie, ask yourself, is it me wanting to be thin that I want this bad, or is it me really hating being fat as fuck?
Yes.
One of those two has got to drive you. And if it doesn't, then it's not one of those two at all. Then you need to reevaluate what you're trying to accomplish.
Mhm. Yes. I
And it
like that.
all comes back to you. And that's okay because you're not the only one, man.
That
You
is
are not the only one.
and really take that in for a second because that is a simple, quote, unquote, "perspective shift" that will change literally everything. To go from, "I want to be thin," to, "I'm so tired of being fat and feeling this way right now." That is 2 totally different things, and you have to, like, manually make that shift.
Mhm.
That doesn't just happen. You have to manually make that shift in your mind and truly understand the difference between those 2 statements, because people will do anything to get rid of pain, and if you've ever been in pain, you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
They will try anything, needles sticking all over your body to surgeries to whatever else to get out of that place of pain. You need to find that pain point.
To solve the symptoms, but not cure the problem,
Yes. Ah,
right?
yes.
Like, yeah, dude, figure that part out, man. Because at the end of the day, it will only and ever always be you versus you. Period. Effort ain't got nothing to do with nobody else.
No, it doesn't. And at the end of the
Ever.
day, you're the only one who can save yourself. You're it.
And every second that passes as you decide whether or not to turn off that alarm and snooze or get up, every second is a new second. It's every moment is a new moment.
Mhm.
And if you choose not to take it for that, then you're choosing not to take it for that. And you can live and die by whatever choice or whatever comes from that choice. And that's okay too.
Yeah.
Yes, you can bitch and complain after that. There are sure will be people that'll listen and support that. We are not going to be one of them.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.